What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Lycan here, back with another Marvel Rival video. This video is going to cover the ultimate guide on how to play Ultron, his strengths, his weaknesses, his team compositions, and my overall thoughts on the release of Ultron. Let's jump right into the video. Ultron is a character that is supposed to be anti-dive, and later on in the how to counter section, we'll talk about that. But first, his ability. His primary fire is an energy beam that has about a 1-second startup. As long as you stay on target consistently, at the end of that 1 second, you're gonna get a powerful chunk burst of damage. His shift ability is an accelerated dash movement like ability. It gives him an extra bonus 50 shield once it's activated. Obviously, with Ultron being a strategist, he has a healing ability. He places drones on his allies that heals them for 45 HP per second, and those that are within the radius of it for 30 HP per second. It has an 8-meter radius and a 30-meter distance in which you must be able to see the drones. If you are outside of that range for longer than 5 seconds, the drones will be removed from whomever you place them upon. Ultron's right click is a firewall ability that gives 75 bonus health to Ultron and 55 health to those marked by your drones or those that are within its radius. Ultron's ultimate ability summons clone-like drones that deal damage and heal anyone shot by it. He also has a team up with Iron Man that allows him to fire a laser beam that heals for 85 HP per second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about team composition and strengths and weaknesses of Ultron. I'll start off though with the team compositions. You find yourself with Ultron, if you place your drone, for example, on an ally, you're trying to heal that ally. If you are not directly next to the drone to get the healing, he doesn't have any healing. And that becomes an issue, and why I personally say the best team composition for him is Rocket, Luna, plus Ultron, because you will frequently find yourself, oh, I'm poking. You'll see it in the gameplay. I'm poking, I'm dealing chip damage. I hit the first shot, the opponent realizes what's going on, and then they move or take damage. And if you don't selfishly hold that drone and place it on an ally that is near you, you have that blue shield from your firewall and from your dodge, but it's shield, it's not your health. So it degrades over time. So if you don't get back to full health by either picking up a health pack, or if what typically ends up happening, your healers aren't paying attention, aren't looking up in the air, and they don't realize what's going on, you end up getting hard targeted because, oh, your shields wore off, your abilities are on cooldown, Ultron's weak, pounce on him. And it ends up throwing the game off a lot when you're playing with him. Ultron is a range flying character that has high damage output and is simple to play. His strength is that with his primary fire, he's able to poke and deal high burst damage similar to a Black Widow, a Hawkeye, or a Squirrel Girl, but with the benefit of being able to fly, like a Human Torch or an Iron Man. Like all flying characters, his flight is a strength and a weakness. Ultron, while having a high damage output, also has an issue of not being able to do enough damage. Let me explain. The burst damage coming from his primary fire is great in the sense that as long as you can track the target, you will get the full damage, but that is also the problem. Since it doesn't come out in one instance like a Hawkeye, Arrow, or Black Widow snipe, and there's wind up to the damage, it gives your opponent time to realize the situation they are in and move to dodge the full amount of damage. It causes situations where you'll weaken the target because you landed the first shot and chunked their health, but find yourself struggling to finish because outside of his ult, his only form of damage is his primary fire, so you will often weaken people but not finish. Another issue is his healing. I would honestly say it's mediocre at best, and that's being kind. You almost feel like you have to run the Iron Man team up, because if you don't, the drones don't feel like they heal fast enough to be able to offset the damage that they're gonna take. So you need that burst healing from the Iron Man team ups. It almost feels like he can't be a main tank and he can't be a main DPS because he has issues on both sides, but he still does a lot of damage. But this is just one man's thoughts. What are yours? Comment them down below. How do you feel about Ultron, and how are you enjoying season 2.5 and all the changes? It's your boy Lycan, and I'm out. Peace.